joining me today. Today's class is going to be more well-rounded with some focus on legs and balance. So let's get started on our backs. And this is Bubba. He may be around for a while. Go ahead, let the backs, hug the knees to the chest, and just take a gentle rock side to side. Start finding your breath. Nice deep inhales through the nose. Nice exhales through the nose. If you feel a little bit of a sigh come inside of there, let it go through the mouth. Go ahead and circle the knees away from you, in towards you. And then go ahead and hug the right knee in. Let the left leg hover above the floor. Squeeze it in nice and tight. And just change sides, hover the right leg, squeeze the left leg in. Both knees hug in. That little rock side to side. Go ahead and open the arms out. You can have your palms up or palms down, whatever feels best to you. Keep the knees in as close as you can towards you. And on an exhale, we're just going to drop them over to the right. On your inhale, you'll come through center, and on the exhale, you'll drop them over to the left. And we'll just stay with this movement a few more breaths, coming to center, over to the right. Center, exhaling to the left. Let's do one more on each side. People that have come to my class for yoga know Bubba very well. He's my yoga cat. Come back to center, knees hug into the chest. Again, extending the left leg, hugging the right leg in. Nice tight squeeze. Just gently rock that leg out towards the shoulder, neck back to midline. And then we'll go ahead and place the left foot on the floor or the left leg on the floor. Extend the right leg, the foot goes to the sky, interlace hands behind the hamstring. You can point and flex that foot, maybe take a couple circles each direction. And then either with a strap, towel, a belt, whatever you might have, or without that, slide the hands. If you have a strap or belt, put it on the arch of your foot, hand on either side. Otherwise, slide your hands down as far as they can go. You can bend the knee if that feels best to you. And just kind of hug that leg in, get a nice stretch into the hamstring. And see if your shoulder blades are rolling off the floor. See if you can plug your shoulder blades down into the floor a little bit. So if you're using a strap or belt, you're going to grab that in your right hand. If you don't have it, hook your peace fingers onto your big toe and let that leg drop out to the side. Keep the weight a little bit more to the left. Press through the heel, but keep drawing the toes, the foot up towards your head. Keep the breath nice and steady and deep. With your next inhale, bring that leg up, slide the left foot and knees down on the floor, cross the right thigh over the left thigh. You're going to reach down, grab your ankles, lower your shoulder and heads back down, draw your tailbone towards the floor, and take your pinky toes like they're going towards each other. So you're not sickling the feet in so the big toes are coming in towards you. You're taking the big toes away from you and the little toes towards each other, and then with your arms, you're going to squeeze those legs in as tight as you can, and just notice that that right hip hikes up a little bit so you can press the right hip down. more breath here. We're going to release the feet, but keep the legs exactly as they are. Place the left foot onto the floor. Lift up the hips. Take the hips 1 to 2 inches to the right. Let both knees drop over to the left. Arms open out to the side. Palms facing up. Take a few nice deep breaths. If you want to get into the right side a little bit, you take that right arm over the head. One more breath here. And then on your next inhale, just bring the knees back up. You're going to lift the hips up to straighten out the spine. Uncross the legs, have the knees into the chest. Make that little sway side to side. And then extend the right leg, hovering it off the floor, squeezing that left knee in. And just take that gentle rock with the knee out towards the shoulder, back to center. Then placing the right foot onto the floor, or right leg on extended out onto the floor. Take the left foot to the sky. Same thing with your strap, hand on either side, or just slide the hands down. Let's start with a little pointing and flexing, and a couple circles each direction, circling the ankle. And then come into that nice little stretch. So if you have your strap, or just grab it onto your leg or ankle, make sure your elbows are hugging in so your elbows aren't pointing out to the side. We're going to hug those elbows in towards that leg. Take some nice deep breaths. Then if you're using a strap, grab that strap with the left hand. Otherwise, peace fingers hook onto the big toe. That leg drops out to the left. Keep the weight kind of going to the right so you're not rolling to the left hip. Press to the heel and keep drawing that leg up a little higher. Let's take one more breath here. And then with an inhale, we're going to bring that leg straight up, slide the right foot onto the floor, cross that left thigh over the right thigh. We're going to reach down, grab the ankles, lower the head and shoulders back down, press the tailbone down into the floor, draw the pinky toes towards each other, and then squeeze those knees in as tight as you can towards you. One more breath here. As we release the ankles, right foot goes to the floor. Take the arms out like a T, lift the hips up. Take the hips 1 to 2 inches to the left. Drop both knees to the right. And gently look to the left. Maybe draw the left shoulder blade towards the floor. I love that. I know. your next inhale, you're going to bring the knees back up, lift the hips up to realign the spine across the legs, have the knees into the chest. We're going to interlace the hands behind the head, elbows open. We're going to lift the shoulders up, press your low back into the floor. We're going to extend the right leg to hover or wherever is best onto your back. So if it's at a 45, that's fine. If you can lower it a little bit more and keep your back attached to the floor, you can do that. Squeeze the left knee into you. So for 10 counts, nice, slow, steady, deliberate movements. We're going to take the right elbow to the left knee for 10, center, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, bless you, 2, 1. Come to center, change sides, left to right for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to center, lower the shoulders, hug the knees to the chest, take a deep breath. And you're ready for round 2. Hands interlace behind the head, lift the shoulders, extend the right leg to wherever it's comfortable in your low back, right to left for the count of 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to center, change sides, left to right for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to center, lower the shoulders, hug the knees to chest, nice tight squeeze. Nice deep breath. And we're going to roll ourselves all the way up. Extend the legs out in front of you. Stack the shoulders over the hips. Pull the toes back into a forward fold. This with your strap. If you want to strap, use your strap. Otherwise, slide your hands down wherever you can, wherever you can grab. Try not to fold at the waist. So stay nice and long through the waist. Folding forward, reaching the heart forward, pressing the sitting bones back. Few breaths here. Two more breaths. And with your next inhale, lift yourself up. We're going to come over onto our hands and knees. You're going to take your knees wide and just press back to child's pose. Big toes together, knees a little wider. And feel free to sway side to side. Walk the hands out in front of you. Shoulder distance apart. Maybe place the forehead on the floor. Take a couple breaths. Think about drawing the elbows towards the floor, the eye of the elbows up towards the ceiling a little bit. And with a little flow, then inhale, we're going to pull ourselves up, drop the hips, lift the chest, keep the arms pressing down and straight. Exhale, drop to the belly, send the hips back. Inhale, coming forward, hips drop, chest lifts. Arms long and strong. Exhale, draw the belly in, take the hips back. Do a few more like that, following your breath. Just making sure that the arms stay long and strong, the shoulders don't drop towards the ears so you don't drop down. As you press back, that you really engaging the core to help support the low back. Do one more like that. And this time as we come forward, you bring the knees a little closer together. We're just going to turn the toes under, press back, downward facing dog. Let's just walk it out a little bit, but really make sure you're getting into your hands properly. So you're not pressing into the outer edge of the hand. You're not floating your thumb off the sky or off the floor. You're pressing down to the thumb and index finger, kind of gently squeezing the thumb and index finger together. Arms are engaged. Again, like you're trying to take the eye of the elbows inwards and up. Fingerprints, press down, press the heels towards the floor, press the thighs back and nice and long. On an inhale, come into plank pose. Exhale, drop the knees to the floor, press back, child's pose. Take the hands back by your hips and just rotate the wrists, wiggle the fingers a few times in each direction. And then reaching the hands back out in front of you and pulling yourself back up onto all fours. So hands will be under shoulders and knees will be under hips. You're going to hug the ribs and low belly away from your floor. And we're going to take the right foot, knee stays bent, right foot points straight up, and we're just going to pulse it upwards. Pulse, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Make sure the elbows are not bending. 3, 2, 1. Keep it lifted, and kind of like a cat-cow. On exhale, knee comes to nose, round the back. Inhale, chest lifts, foot lifts. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, lift it up. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot stays lifted. We're going to bring the knee in. Lean a little bit into that right arm. Extend the right leg out and bring that foot to the floor. Walk the hands back. We're going to come upright. Toes will point out to the side a little bit. Inhale, left arm goes up to the sky. Exhale, reach over to the right. Hips a little bit to the left. Inhale, come up. Left hand to the left calf or heel. Reaching over to the left. Coming back into center, over to the right. Inhale, coming up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, coming up. Exhale to the right. Again, inhale, coming up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, coming up. Exhale to the right. Pause here. Press the hips left. Reach left hand to the right. Sorry about that. Inhale, coming up. Left hand to the calf or to the heel. Right arm reaches catty corner to the left. Hips press a little forward. Coming back up to center. We're going to take the left hand to the floor, under the shoulder. Float the right leg up for a little low side plank. Reach the right arm overhead. Palm towards the floor. Press to the heel. Come back to center. Right leg is still lifted. Toes point towards the floor. Square the hips off. Keep the right arm pressing down. Reach the left hand in front of you with the thumb towards the sky. Make sure you're not losing your core and dropping the belly. You get an arching low back. Keep the ribs hugging away from the floor. Bring everything back down. Take the knees a little wider. Press back to child's pose. Take a couple of breaths here. Let it feel good. On an inhale, let's roll back up. Adjust the hands under the shoulders, the knees underneath of the hips. Left foot goes up. knee is bent, and we're going to take those little pulses. So lift for 10, 9, 8, again, the arms are strong and long, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, keep it lifted, come into the little cat-cow motion, bring your knee to nose, exhale, drawing it in, inhale, lifting it up, for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, foot stays lifted, let's bring that left knee over to the left, lean a little bit into that left arm, extend the leg straight out, foot comes to the floor, walk ourselves back, coming up, toes point out to the side, right arm reaches up, as we exhale to the left, inhale coming up, right hand to the right calf or heel, reaching to the left hand reaches to the right. Inhale coming up, exhale to the left. Inhale, come up, exhale to the right. Inhaling, coming up, exhaling to the left. Inhale, come up, exhale to the right. This time with the inhale, we come up, keep it to the left, press the hips to the right, reach to the left. Nice deep breaths. Next inhale, coming up, hand to the calf or to the heel, reaching left hand a little diagonally to the right as the hips press gently forward. Bring ourselves back up, right hand to the floor, little side plank, left foot floats up, left hand reaches over, palm towards the floor, press through that left heel. Keeping that leg lifted, we're going to spin ourselves back around, toes point straight down that left foot, pull the low ribs and belly away from the floor, left arm stays strong, reach the right arm in front of you, thumb towards the sky. On your next exhale, bring everything back down, take the knees a little wider, press back to child's pose. Take a couple of breaths here. You can walk in the hands forward, shoulder distance apart. On an inhale, roll yourselves up, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, turn the toes under, downward facing dog. Walk it out a couple times, pedal out the legs. Send the heels towards the floor, press through the hands, especially the knuckles and fingers. On an inhale, we come up onto the balls of feet as we shift the shoulders over the wrists, chin towards chest, running the upper back, press the floor down on the weight. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, press back. Inhale, rolling forward. Exhale, pressing back. This time, inhale, rolling forward, expand all the way out to plank pose. Drop the knees down at an angle, hug the elbows in. Half a push-up, lower chest to elbows. Press back up, downward facing dog. Take the feet at least as wide as the hips are wider. Take the hands, walk the hands back to the feet. Back of the mat into a forward fold. Shake the head out, let the chin come towards the chest. On an inhale, lift into halfway position. Exhale, release it completely. And with your next inhale, press through the legs, come to standing, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's take a breath here. Come into a little side stretch. Reach up. Left hand grabs the right wrist as we pull it up, and then reach over to the left. Keep that right foot pressing down into the floor. Just really reach over to the left. Reach the fingertips. With that left hand, kind of stretch out that right arm. With your next inhale, come up. Or it's a change sides. Right arm grabs the left wrist. Hips go a little to the left as we pull or reach over to the right. Next inhale, come up, release the hands. Interlace the hands behind the back. Walk the shoulder blades towards each other. If you can bring the whole fist together, bring the fist together. Press it away. Lift the chest up. Bend the knees. Stick the booty out a little bit. Melt forward. Let the crown of the head come towards the floor. Chin towards the chest. Take the fist towards the sky as much as possible. Shake the head out. Lower the hips, draw the low belly in, keep the knees pointing forward, not letting the thighs splay away from each other. Release the hands. Reach the right hand in front of you with the thumb towards the sky. Reach the left hand in front of you with the thumb towards the sky. Engage your core, lift your toes away from the mat. It's like your sitting bones are pressing back. Your fingers are reaching forward, thumbs pointing straight up. Exhale, hands to the floor, straighten the legs. Shake the head out. On an inhale, lift up into halfway position. Walk it all the way up to plank pose. Find your plank, and then with an exhale, downward facing dog. Go ahead and bring the big toes to touch. With an inhale, float the right leg to the sky. Come high into the ball of that left foot. Step the right foot outside of the right hand. Toes turn out to the side. We're going to drop that back knee down. I like to scoot that foot back a little bit so I can get a nice stretch on that left side. Left hand goes slightly diagonal forward to the top left corner of the mat. Rotate chest to the right. Take the right arm up to the sky. On the exhale, we're going to reach that right hand over towards the left hand. With the inhale, come up. And with the exhale, the hand goes back to the back left leg. Open to the front of the right shoulder. Inhale, come up. Exhale, up and over. With your inhale, reach up to center. Exhale, back. 2 more like that. Always follow your breath. This time as the arm comes up, we're going to take it to the left and just stay there. Reach diagonally to the left, have that right hip in a little bit. With an inhale, come up, reaching it back to that back leg. This time, inhale, arm goes to the sky. Exhale, hands underneath the shoulders. Pick the back knee up, from the back toes under, step back. Plank pose just to find your downward facing dog. Bring the big toes to touch. With your next inhale, float the left leg to the sky. Exhale, come high to the ball of that right foot. Exhale, step the foot to the outside of the left hand, toes turn out. Again, if you want to scooch that foot back a little bit, do that. Right hand goes forward a little diagonal. Rotate chest to the left. Left arm reaches up towards the sky. And with an exhale, up and over to the right. Inhale, come up. And exhale, back. Inhale, up. Exhale, over. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. One more like that. And This time as we come up, we keep it over to the right, really reaching, have that left hip in, reaching to the left, to the right. With your next inhale, come up, and let's take it back, reaching towards that back leg, opening through the front of the left shoulder here. With an inhale, let's reach to the sky. Bring that to the floor, hands underneath the shoulders, turn the back toes under, lift the back knee up, step back, plank pose, just to find your downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here, pedal out the legs. Press to the hands, get long through the arms. Press the thighs back. Just go ahead and take a feet, walk the feet to the hands, top of the mat into a forward fold. Halfway position with your inhale. Exhale, let it go completely. With your next inhale, press the legs, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a breath here. Let's come into a little bit of a balance. We're going to inhale, take the arms to the sky, shift the weight to the left foot, float the right knee up. Exhale, hands by the side, foot comes to the floor. Feel that weight shifting to the right foot as we reach up and float the left knee. Exhale, lowering it down, hands come down, we shift to the left foot and float the right foot up. Exhale, lowering down. One more time, shifting to the right, floating up the left. Exhale, everything down. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, float down. Inhale, halfway position. Exhale, step it back, find plank pose. With an exhale, find your downward facing dog. So that little rolling forward, coming on into the balls of the feet, rolling shoulders over the wrist, rounding upper back, exhale, pressing back. Inhale, rolling forward. Exhale, pressing back. One more. Inhale, rolling forward. Exhale, pressing back. This time, inhale, coming forward. Expanding out to plank pose. Drop the knees down, hug the elbows in, take a little push up, keep the back of the head lifted, press back to the top, downward facing dog. Bring the big toes to touch. On the inhale, come high to the ball with both feet. On the inhale, float the right leg to the sky. This time, exhale, step the foot to the hand. Coming to a little runner's lunge here. We're going to keep that back leg lifted. If you can, press to the back heel. Left hand stays under the shoulder. Inhale, arm to the sky. Right arm to the sky. Exhale, both hands down. Straighten both legs. Chin towards chest. Again, looking towards your belly button. Bend that front knee. Inhale, reaching to the sky with that right arm. Exhale, hand to the floor. Straighten that front leg. Inhale, bend the front knee. Reach to the sky. Exhale, hand to the floor. Straighten the front leg. Pause here. Press the left heel back. Pull the right toes off the floor. Reach the heart beyond your right toes. Keep that right hip hugging in. Lower the right foot to the floor. Step back, downward facing dog. Bring the big toes to touch. Come high into the ball of both feet. Float the right or the left leg to the sky. Exhale, step the left foot to the left hand. Little lunge. Same thing other side. Right hand stays down. Inhale, rotate chest to the left as we reach. Left arm to the sky. Exhale, both hands to the floor. Straighten the front leg. Inhale, bend that front knee. Reach to the sky. Exhale, hand to the floor, straighten the front leg. Again, inhale, bend and reach. Exhale, hand to the floor. Here's where we press that left or right heel to the floor, roll up, lift the left toes off the floor, reach the heart forward, pull the toes back. As we lower that foot down, plant the hands, step it back, find your downward facing dog, bring the big toes to touch. On the inhale, we'll roll forward, shoulders over wrist, round the upper back. Exhale, press back. Inhale, rolling forward. Exhale, pressing back. Inhale, rolling forward. Exhale, pressing back. This time we inhale, roll forward, expand out. Either drop the knees down to take that little push up, or shift forward, come into chaturanga, an upward facing dog. Wherever you are, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Feel length everywhere. On the exhale, take the feet to the hands, top of the mat into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway position. Exhale, let it go completely. Inhale, press the legs, reach to the sky. All the way to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. Come into that little balancing thing where you feel that weight shifting over. We're going to reach the arms to the sky, float the right knee up. This time, hands come by the side as we kick that right foot out. Make sure shoulders and hips stay stacked. Bend the knee, reach the sky. Exhale, foot to the floor, hands by hips, shifting weight to the right foot. As we reach up, float the left knee up. Hands come down, foot kicks out. Bend the knee, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands down, foot down, shifting weight to the left. One more time each side, floating the right knee up. Exhale, kicking it out. Inhale, bending and reaching. Exhale, down. Shifting to the right, float the left knee up. Kick it out. Bend and reach. Foot down, hands down. Take a breath. Next inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive forward fold. Halfway position, inhale. Step it back, plank pose. And exhale, downward facing dog. Bring the big toes to touch. Come high to the ball of both feet. Float the right leg to the sky. Exhale, step the foot to the hand. This time, come up to crescent pose. Rise all the way up to crescent. Arms reach to the sky. You keep the back knee a little soft here. And then we're going to lower the belly towards the thigh. Here's where we're going to straighten that back leg. Reach the hands back by the hips. Reach the crown and head forward. Inhale, come up. Back knee softens. Exhale, lower. Press to the back heel. Reach the fingers back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower. Pause here. Keep that right hip hug again so the knee stays pointing forward. Reach the left hand in front of you, thumb towards the sky. Reach the right hand behind you, thumb towards the sky. Rotate chest to the right. Press through that left heel. Take a couple nice deep breaths here. On an exhale, both hands to the floor. Step it back, downward facing dog. Bring the big toes to touch. Come onto the ball of both feet. Float the left leg to the sky. Exhale, left foot to left hand. Runner's lunge. Bring yourself up, crescent pose. Back knee's a little soft here. Exhale, belly towards thighs, hands towards hip. Press to that back heel. Reach the fingertips back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Stay here. Keep pressing to that right heel. Keep that left hip square so the knees bend forward. Right hand reaches in front of you, thumb towards the sky. Left hand behind you, thumb towards the sky. Chest rotates to the left. Press to that right heel. Reach forward and back with each hand. Next, exhale, both hands to the floor. Step facing dog. Big toes come to touch. Doing that rolling forward, shoulders shift over wrist, rounding the back, exhale, pressing back. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, press back. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, press it back. This time, inhale, roll forward. Expand out into plank pose. Taking your vinyasa or dropping the knees, take that little push up. You're either coming back up dog, wherever, but we're all meeting back in downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, with an exhale, you're going to take feet to hand, top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway position. Exhale, let it go completely. With your inhale, press your legs, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's just flow into our little balance. Hands go down by the hips, shifting weight to the right, or to the left, as we float the right knee up. Hands to the hips, kick the left foot out. Bend and reach. Exhale to the floor, shifting to the right, floating up to the left. Exhale, kick it out. Inhale up. Exhale down, shifting to the left foot, floating the right up. Kick it out. Bend and reach. Hands down, foot down, shifting to the right, floating up the left. Kick it out. Bend and reach. Bring everything back down. Take a breath. Next inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway position lift. Step it out, plank pose. Find your downward facing dog. Bring the big toes to touch. High into the ball of both feet. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, step it through. This time the back heel spins down. We're going to come up into warrior two. Keep that hip hugging in, keep the knee pointing forward, relax the shoulders. Come into reverse warrior with an inhale. With an exhale, we're going to come into extended ankle. So reach out nice and long. Sweep that right hand back by your hips, left hand overhead. Inhale, coming back into that reverse warrior. Exhale down, extended angle. Inhale, coming up, reverse warrior. Pause here, reach the fingertips, press that outer edge, that back foot. On an exhale, reach out, come into extended angle. Right hand reaching back, left hand reaching forward. Pause here. Exhale, unwind this. Step back, downward facing dog. Bring the big toes to touch. Eye to the ball of both feet. Inhale, left leg floats to the sky. Exhale, step it through. Back heel spins down, coming up into our warrior two. So keeping everything checked in for here. Knees pointing forward, back foot. We're pressing that outer edge of that back foot. It's nice and active. Arms reach out. Inhale, coming into our reverse warrior. Inhale up. Exhale to the extended angle. Left hand sweeps back by the hips. Inhale, come up. Exhale, extended angle. Inhale, come up. Pause here, this reverse warrior. Then exhale, coming down into our extended angle. Pause here. Press that right foot, reach the right fingertips. On an exhale, hands to the floor, step back, downward facing dog. Bring the big toes to touch. With an inhale, we roll forward. With an exhale, we press back. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, pressing back. Inhale, rolling forward. Exhale, pressing back. Inhale, rolling forward, expanding out. Either taking that push-up or taking your vinyasa. Chaturanga to upward facing dog. All meeting downward facing dog. Take a breath. Take the feet to the hands, top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Halfway position. Exhale, let go completely. Inhale, press the legs, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a pause. Coming into our balance. Shifting weight to the left, floating the right knee up, reaching up. Kicking it out. Bending and reaching. Everything down, shifting to the right. Make it smooth. Kick it out. Bend and reach. Everything down, shifting to the left, floating up the right. Coming down, shifting to the right, floating left. Everything down, take a pause. Next inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen, halfway position. Step it back, plank pose. To downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Step my left foot forward. Take a quarter turn, wide-legged forward fold. And just fold down, let your chin come towards your chest, crown the head towards the floor, walk the hands to the legs. Let the weight come forward a little bit into the balls of the feet. Inhale, halfway position. Turn the toes out a little bit, heels in a little bit, bend the knees. Arms float out, hips and shoulders on the same line. And just like an old style typewriter, we're going to shift to the left, come to center, shift to the right. Keeping the knees bent if you can. Shifting to the left, center and to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Coming back to center, hands to the thighs. You may heel toe your feet a little closer together. We're going to let the shoulders come up to the ears here. Keep your center body straight, so we aren't going to lean on this. We're going to drop the left shoulder down. It's actually my right shoulder. Shifting it down, turning the chest into the chest, pressing into that leg. Coming to center again, we're keeping the sternum straight. We aren't leaning to the side. Just changing sides here. Center one more time. Changing sides. Inhale, center, change sides. Inhale to center, heels out, toes in, forward fold. Let the weight come a little forward. Shake the head out. Inhale, half a position. Walk the feet, we're comfortable distance, heels in, toes out, come up to temple pose. So torso's a little forward here. We aren't getting stacked up above the hips, we're a little forward, so the booty's pushing back a little bit. Draw the core in, draw the belly in. Palms up, relax the shoulders, lower the hips a little, and lift a little, and lower a little, and lift. and lower, and lift, and lower, and lift, and lower, and lift, and lower, and lift, and lower. Pause here. Lift the right heel and down. Lift the left heel and down. Are you shaking right and down? Left and down. Pause here. One more breath. Hands to the floor, toes in, heels out, wide leg forward fold. Shake the head out. Take a nice deep breath. Bend the right knee, press the outer edge of the left foot. Walk the hands diagonally to the left. So not to your left foot, in front of your left foot. Press the hips to the right as you keep reaching the hands diagonally to the left. Maybe look under that right arm a little bit. And then we're going to come through center, and we're going to bend the left knee, and then take the hands to the right. Hips press to the left as we reach to the right. Maybe look under that left arm a little bit. Back to center, take a quarter turn to the top of the mat, step back to plank pose, knees to the floor, child's pose. Let the hands come back by the hips, rest the forehead down. Let's just bring ourselves up and come onto our backs. Once onto your backs, just bring the knees into the chest. A little rock side to side, whatever feels good to you. Extend the left leg on the floor, hug the right knee in. Take that little rocking motion out to the side and back to center. Then we're going to take it all the way across the body, rolling to the left hip, drawing that right knee to the floor as much as you can. Open through the front of the right shoulder. Press the right hip down and away from you to keep nice and long into the waist. Keep the breath deep. On your next inhale, coming back to center, hugging both knees in, then hugging the right knee or the left knee in, extend the right leg out. Start with a little rocking out towards the shoulder and back to center. Then we'll roll all the way over to the right hip. Let the left knee come towards the floor. You rest the right hand on top of it. Opening to the front of the left shoulder. Nice deep breaths. On your next inhale, let's come back to center. Again, hug your knees into the chest. And then finding happy baby. So whether you grab the pinky toe side of your foot or you hook onto your big toes, that's fine. Just think about keeping ankles and knees stacked, soles of the feet up towards the sky. Feel free to gently rock side to side. And then try to draw the tailbone or the sacrum down towards the floor. With your hands, your arms, hug those knees and thighs towards the floor. And again, keep the sacrum drawing towards the floor. Go ahead and straighten one leg as much as you can. And then straighten the other leg as much as you can. So you're in a little bit of a straddle. And then bring the legs together, keeping the knees as straight as you can. Feel free to bend the knees if you need to. Bring the feet together so you're in a supine forward fold. Releasing the feet, hugging the knees into the chest. Nice tight squeeze. And then extending the legs out, letting the arms rest alongside of you. Get yourself comfortable for relaxation. Let the breath start becoming very easy and light. Let the body become very heavy and relaxed. Stay here as long as you would like. Just letting the body feel at peace. And taking those moments just to yourself to let the mind be calm and the body be relaxed. I want to thank you